We all struggle with this from time to time. Whether you feel you aren't a good enough parent or not good enough to take the next step in your career, the feeling of not being good enough is merely an illusion created by our minds to strive for perfection. Yet, in today's society, we are surrounded by outer influences that we compare ourselves to, leading us to feel negatively about ourselves in return. So, welcome back, Psychos. Today, we'll be discussing 10 reasons why you are good enough, because there are simply not enough reminders in our day-to-day lives. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, as well as click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Reason number 1. You've been through hell, but you learned from it. Everyone has been through their own version of an extremely low point in life. Or in other words, we all feel like we've been to hell and back. And this is most definitely a valid feeling, as you probably have been to your version of hell. We often feel like we're not worthy of our feelings of our past or current situations because someone, somewhere, has it worse. This leads us to unhealed wounds and a life of feeling invalidated and balled up with emotions. You've experienced some things and you've felt some strong feelings, but you made it. Whatever force that was set out to tear you down lost its battle. And this is because you were equipped to be able to handle it. So celebrate the feeling of being good enough to drag yourself out of the battlefield, and that makes you extraordinary. Reason number 2. You have someone that loves you. We often forget the value in the relationships we hold with people. Long-distance friends, parents, grandparents, in-laws, siblings, long-lost cousins. Everyone has at least one person that would do whatever they could to help you if you needed them. And that is unconditional love. We may feel at times like we don't have anyone to talk to or turn to for support. But you broaden your search outside your immediate friendships, you will always find people who love and respect you. And for someone to love you unconditionally is a proven fact that you are, in fact, so good that you are good enough to be in love. Reason number 3. You have someone to love. Speaking of love, you're not only so good that you're good enough to be loved, but you're also good enough to have love for someone else. Experts say that the emotion of love is one of the most powerful emotions a person can have, and that is something to celebrate. The love we have for a child, a parent, a sibling, or even a pet is enough to be grateful for. We often easily take this capability to love for granted. It is the most wonderful feeling to love someone outside yourself, and you are capable of that. Reason number 4. You set goals and achieve them. I know you probably think you're the world's best procrastinator, or that you seem to set goals and never finish them, but you have to give yourself some credit. It's an ironic phenomenon that we don't really see the achievements in the long-term goals we set until we're at the finish line and looking back. Failing, aka learning, and getting up and trying again is all part of the long-term journey. If you look back on your life, you have indeed set goals and achieved them. Finishing an assignment for school, moving out of your parents, getting your dream job, quitting your crap job. These are all accomplished goals. Cut yourself some slack. You are at least capable of setting goals and achieving them, and that makes you good enough. Reason number 5. You are stronger than you think. We as humans face countless challenges every day, whether it be a simple jerk in traffic or spilling coffee on your work blouse. You deal with the situation and move on. In each of these circumstances, you learn something about yourself and how to deal with conflict. It's all part of life to sometimes feel weak, and that's okay. But make sure you back yourself up by reminding yourself how strong you are in return. Reason number 6. You are up against unrealistic standards. Let's talk about the main reason we usually feel not good enough in the first place. comparing ourselves to others. Comparing ourselves to others and seeing what others are doing is a natural human tendency, but unfortunately, we live in a world of unrealistic expectations. So, you are most certainly good enough because you are authentic. You're not a post, you're a human being, and that deserves some recognition and appreciation. Reason number 7. You are ready to be happy. You are good enough to be ready to be happy right now. There is a term in psychology referred to as conditional happiness, which is explained by the "I'll be happy when" or "I can be happy if" mentality. Well, we're here to tell you that you deserve unconditional happiness. As a matter of fact, it's your birthright, and you are the only one that can allow it. Happiness is right here, and there, and right around the corner. You don't have to prove yourself to have it. You are good enough to allow yourself to be happy right where you are in life. If you ever have trouble convincing yourself that you actually are happy right now where you are, try a gratitude journal to psychologically flood your brain with the things that you're happy to have now. Reason number 8. You are worthy of being compensated. You have skills, lots and lots of skills. Some may need to be brushed up on or revisited, but you have skills and you need to understand their worth. An example of this would be to not receive money for a job you did. In most circumstances, this is you saying, "Thanks for the compensation, but I don't really believe in my skills as much as you do, so I won't accept it." Not accepting compensation or a returned favour for your skills and time is sometimes a subconscious blow to your self-esteem. Know your worth. You have a skill that someone else doesn't have. Allow them to repay you for your skill. At the end of the day, you took the time to learn and practice that skill. Plus, you took the time to learn that skill for others' personal advantage. There's a fine line between doing something free because you have a big heart and doing something for free because you're not worth it. So remind yourself, you're good enough to accept this compensation or to charge your desired price. Reason number 9, you don't ever have to settle. You are a 10. You deserve a 10. Now say it with me. I am a 10. I deserve a 10. You are so beyond good enough to never have to settle for anything below your standards and expectations. We develop our standards for a reason. Don't lower them because you are second-guessing your worth or what you are bringing to the table. Whether this be referring to a job, a new house, a spouse, the list goes on. We often feel like we don't jump on an opportunity right away. We will never be presented with that opportunity again. This is merely an illusion. That exact opportunity might not come again, but you better not settle because the option that checks all of your boxes is just around the corner. You are good enough to deserve the best of the best, whatever that is in your eyes. Reason number 10, you are you. Yep, you are you, and that makes you amazing. You can't fail at being you because no matter what you do, you will always be you, and that makes you automatically good enough. Embrace you and be grateful that nobody else can interfere with you being you. Well, that wraps up today's video, Psychos. Comment "I am good enough" in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more Psycho videos. We hope you learned something, and we'll see you in the next video.